Well, hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and for the last time in this class. It's, in a way, kind of bittersweet to be ending it all, and certainly to be ending it all in this way. Little did we know on March 11th, when we last met in person, that it would be, for the most part, when we may have last seen each other in person. But all semesters come to an end, one way or the other. This really isn't the way that I would have preferred for the semester to come to an end, but this is just another example of we do in life what it is that we have to do, whether it's family life, school life, work life, whatever it might be. Normally, this last class would have been devoted to review for the final exam. But obviously, in this online world, the final exam has to be different than what it would normally be if you took it sitting in the classroom. So I will be forwarding to you probably sometime Wednesday afternoon, let's say, the actual final exam. It will consist of 5 essay questions. And in those 5 essay questions, you will be called upon to analyze and think critically about various things that you have learned over the course of the semester. So there will be, the questions will be spread out in the sense of there will be a question probably from the first segment, question from the second segment, more or less, and then some questions dealing more with what we dealt with in the last segment since the second test. So it might not come out exactly even in that way, but that's the intent. At any rate, so there's not sort of the objective element, the objective evaluation, which would normally take place if you were going to take this final exam sitting in the classroom. So I will be forwarding that on to you on Wednesday. Now then, you can turn in the final exam as well as the paper anytime. You have the paper guidelines. You can write that paper and send it to me anytime now. Don't wait until next week. If you send them in to me gradually, then I don't have to do quite as much binge reading as I normally do at the end of the semester. And it will be the same situation with regard to the final exam. And you get the final exam on Wednesday, which Wednesday may be today when you're seeing this, so I'm not recording it on Wednesday, nor sending it to you on Wednesday. This is actually Monday, and I'm sending this on to you as though it were Wednesday, so you can get a little bit ahead of the game. You can turn in the final exam as soon after you get it as you wish. And so actually, since I'm going to send this to you early, I may send the final exam to you tomorrow or Wednesday by the latest. So let's put it that way. Now then, some of you, though, do need to know when is the absolute drop-dead deadline when everything has to be in. And normally that would be at the time of the final exam, but I'm going to extend that slightly. Noon, Thursday, April 30th. At noon on Thursday, April 30th, is the absolute drop-dead deadline when everything has to be in, right? Everything really only means the final exam, which will be 5 relatively short essays, and the paper. Noon, Thursday, April 30th. I think I already said that, right? All right. But you can turn things in anytime, ahead of time. And feel free. Get it off your mind, right? Don't keep it hanging over your head. Try to do it as soon as you can. I know you got tons of other stuff to do, so you have to prioritize. That's true. And if this one needs to get put off to the end, that's fine too. You do what you think works best for you. It's no problem for me. That'll give me plenty of time to get everything read, everything graded, all the grades figured, and so forth, and turned in. Now, needless to say, I think, for this final exam, since it's mainly analysis and application, you can use your books and your notes to construct your answers. So don't worry about that. You're not cheating if you look at your books and your notes. What I'm interested in is how you evaluate and analyze and criticize what it is that we have studied this semester. And the questions will reflect that. That'll be no puzzle to you, right? Okay, so let's see here. What else do I need to tell you? In terms of the essay answers, you should think about your answers. You should maybe jot down a couple of notes, maybe as you're formulating your answer. But once you have some essential ideas in your mind, write your answer, right? Don't overthink it. I mean, don't mull it over in your mind until all of a sudden you wake up and it's Thursday morning and you got to have these things done by noon. Don't get into what we frequently call in business analysis paralysis, right? Take action, get it done. I mean, this actually could apply to any of your classes, right? Don't get into analysis paralysis, right? Take action, do it, give it your best shot, and let it go, right? And get the semester over with. Be sure that when you send me your paper and your essay answers for the final exam, that you attach them as a Word document to the email. And you can just put in the subject line, just put paper, term paper, or whatever, or you can put final exam, or you can attach them both to the same email as long as they are in separate Word documents. So the paper should be in a Word document, and all of the essay answers should be in a separate Word document. That's the preferable way, and that's the way that will ensure that I don't run into any strange glitches in opening your file. That's only happened once or twice, but just to eliminate that possibility. And if you don't have access to Word docs, then okay, if you need to do something else, you need to, I don't know what, do Google Docs or whatever, then do whatever you can, and I'll let you know if I can't open it, and you can resend it. And the deadline, you know, if I'm after the deadline noticing it, that won't hurt you in any way. There are going to be some other attachments to this email so that I'll try to catch up with anything I think that you need. I've been attaching the paper guidelines the last few classes. I'll attach them one more time, and anything else that I think that you might need. If there's any other piece of information or document or notes or something that you think that you need that I haven't attached, send me an email, let me know, and I'll see if I can't get that right out to you. If you have any questions at all, email and ask the question. I've been trying to keep up with the emails relatively quickly. Really haven't been all that many, but if you need to know anything, if you need to know a grade, if you need to know something about the question puzzles you, email me that. And if for whatever reason you're working somewhere and you don't want to email or can't email, I am available by text, and I've given you that number before. It's on the syllabus, and so forth. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that about wraps it up. This is a relatively short video. I've noticed as the semester, this online portion of the semester has gone on, my videos have gotten longer and longer. I don't know if that's good or bad. But that about wraps it up for this semester. It's been an honor and a privilege to be your instructor this semester. And I hope that your semester ends up well. I hope that you're successful in all of your courses. And I hope that you have a good break, whatever time period you're off from school. And I hope to see some of you around on the campus next semester.